Let me ask you a question. When was the last time you looked in the mirror and saw something more than your face? Not your flaws, not your age, not your skin, but your essence. Today, I'm going to show you how to manifest divine beauty. Not the kind of beauty sold in creams or carved by surgeons, but the timeless radiance that only awakens when your soul remembers what it came here to be. There's an ancient story from Tibet. A woman climbs a sacred mountain carrying a question in her heart. Why do I feel so ugly, even when people say I'm beautiful? She reaches the top, where an old monk waits. Instead of answering, he hands her a polished stone. "Look," he says. She sees her reflection, but not her usual face. She sees laughter lines etched from joy, eyes heavy from grief, but still glowing, a mouth that trembles from love withheld. And in that moment, she doesn't look beautiful. She feels sacred. That, my friend, is the beginning of divine beauty. Here's the truth nobody wants to say out loud. You don't become radiant by fixing yourself. You become radiant by remembering who you are. We live in a culture that equates beauty with perfection. Flawless skin, symmetrical faces, perfect bodies. But divine beauty is the opposite. Divine beauty is imperfect, asymmetrical, wild, because it's alive. A rose is beautiful not because it's flawless, but because it blooms anyway, even when the soil is harsh. You are not here to compete with filtered faces on Instagram. You are here to radiate something that algorithm can't understand. Soul.
Divine beauty comes when you slow down. Beauty doesn't arrive when you chase it, it visits when you pause long enough to feel it. Practice stillness. Wake up early. Sit in silence before the world screams your name. Because when you slow your breath, your soul starts to whisper again, and that whisper glows on your skin.
Divine beauty grows from grief. Every heartbreak cracks you open. Every loss, every wound, it's not taking your beauty, it's deepening it. The Japanese call it kintsugi, repairing broken pottery with gold. Your sadness isn't a flaw. It's the golden seam that makes you unforgettable. So instead of hiding your scars, let them shimmer.
Divine beauty is not seen, it's felt. Ever met someone who walked into a room and changed the air? They weren't the prettiest, but something about them. That's soul energy. That's someone who stopped performing. That's someone who remembers their divinity.
How do you manifest this divine beauty? You don't need a 10-step routine. You need intention plus attention. Try this simple ritual for 21 days. Wake up, place your hand on your heart. Say softly, "I allow my true light to shine through." Breathe 3 times and smile at yourself, not out of vanity, but because you're still here. That's it. When done with sincerity, this small act starts rewiring your energy field. You stop shrinking, you stop pretending, you become magnetic. I once met a woman at a retreat. She was 62, gray hair, deep lines, worn hands. She walked like someone who'd been forgotten by the world. But when she spoke, the entire room stopped breathing. Not because of what she said, but because of how she said it. With presence, with softness, with truth. Later, I asked her secret. She smiled. I stopped chasing beauty and started embodying peace. That line stayed with me because peace is stunning. It doesn't shout, it hums. And when it hums through you, people feel it before they see it.
So here's the final truth. You were never meant to fit into beauty standards. You were meant to break them. Stop filtering. Start remembering. The divine didn't sculpt you to be popular. It sculpted you to be real. So today, drop the performance, return to presence, and let the world feel the miracle of who you really are, because that is divine beauty manifested.
If this message stirred something in you, don't let it fade. Take one deep breath right now. Place your hand on your heart and whisper, "I remember who I am." If you're ready to go deeper, like this video to anchor the energy. Subscribe for more spiritual storytelling that awakens your soul. Comment below, what does divine beauty mean to you? Let's build a sacred corner of the internet together.